Hi guys, and I hope you've had a nice day. It was very hot. Okay, today's lesson is based on, I've come up with a couple of nice grooves, and they can be a little bit competitive. Some is involved with a paradiddle, okay, and some of them aren't, right? I'm going to play in 4/4 time, and I'm going to play in 5 and 6 time concept. Now, these rhythms can be very musical, and they can be applied to your emphasis of your playing. If you're playing in a band or you're practicing at home and you want to add these grooves to your groove library, that will be good for you, because you'll have a lot to work on. So the first thing that I want to explain is I'm going to play a quarter note, right? And we're going to build it up. So basically, the quarter note, everybody knows what a quarter note is, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, now I'm gonna okay. Now, if you want to make it more interesting, and if you want to go into away from 4/4 time, you can actually repeat that and use it as a one phrase, and you'll get a 6/4 concept. So I'll play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 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 1. Now, I'll explain something that maybe will help you in your playing. So if you're playing a funk groove, right, and you're in the verse section of the piece of music, and then you go to the chorus, you can use that, and it will sound good on the bell. So I have my right cymbal set up this evening, but I do have it there on the floor. So I've got a few different types of rides for different type of gigs I do. I have a flat ride for jazz. I have a heavy rock ride for rock, right? So, and I have another right cymbal for sort of cabaret, sort of continental music. So I do restaurant work. Whatever comes in my path, I do take it, because it's good to go out there and play. It's good to network yourself. Marketing yourself is very important, so people get to know you. And the most important is, if you get to know more musicians, that's even good for your emphasis of what you do as a drummer, okay? So that's the way you go about it. Network is very important, as much as that what I'm doing, all these grooves and solos. And all my solos aren't the same. They vary, and sometimes I can improvise on a solo and it just sounds just fantastic when I'm doing a gig, because they put you on the spot where you're not really expecting to do that solo. So when you're not expecting to do that solo, that's when you can put a rabbit out of a hat. Okay? So, excuse me. So that's one there, right? I've explained. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So you can play the bass drum concept with just easy, straight out notes, as I just played now, or you can double up. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's another funny groove I play, but it's still fitting with the contrast of the notes that I'm playing. Okay, so there are two groupings. There's two grooves already I've played. And the 6/4 concept, right? Same thing if you're sitting on the eighth, if you're sitting on a rock groove, you can make an odd time out of it, okay? And I'll give you a demonstration. So we're going to play 1 and 2 on the 1 and 3 on the bass drum, 2 and 4, and I'm going to add 2, 1 over 8th note, right? 2 over 8th note, and this is what you'll get. First I'll play the rock groove, I'll stop, then I'll explain the concept of how you play a 4/4 concept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now you can double up on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. As an experienced player I am, I've travelled the world so many times, and every country I've gone to, I've always heard a lot of drummers worldwide play that. I've always heard a lot of, and if you're on call and you don't know much about the song, always play the 8th note groove, right? Because it works for a lot of situations, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm going to change the sticking to 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, and we're going to make a groove out of that, other that sticking. 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN. Okay, so you can go 1 EN, 2 EN, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I just mixed up the grooves around a bit, just to give you a little bit of a contrast of the personality of the sound that you get out of your drum kit, and it's all up to you. It's up to the drummer behind the kit to make it happen, right? Now, the last lesson we've discussed it. We were talking about accents. So you can accent and you can play accent, and you can accent with your bass drum, and you'll get this type of concept, and it sounds pretty cool too, man. Okay, so that gives it another different contrast again. And while you're doing that, and if you've got a good bass player, he's gonna just switch in straight away and he'll log in. Switch in straight away and he'll log in with you. And that's what it's about, having a strong rhythm section when you're playing in a band. Because when you've got a strong rhythm section, the foundation is very strong. So then if the lead player wants to play E minor, F, G minor, C, and this drum, and you're doing like you can actually play this straight, a straight groove, and it sits in pretty well, because and the bass player is going boop bop boop 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 bop boop boop bop boop bop, 1 and 3 and 4 and right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now that's what the bass player will be doing, and the rhythm player will be compromising with him, and he'll be strumming just maybe just normal chords, and it sounds easy. And it can sound very effective when you're playing. Sometimes when you're playing music, through my experience, and I'm pretty sure drummers who are logging into YouTube, who are professional players, they probably will agree with me. The less that nice. So if you've got that tune in your head, boop bop boop boop bop bop boop bop boop bop boop 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 bop, Now I've noticed a lot of drummers, they get a little bit stressed out when they're playing fills, because they're too scared to do a fill, because they're not really sure about the units and the figures they're in. So, because I'll go out of time. So if you go out of time, that's not really a good thing. So I'll just give you I'll give you a couple, I'll just give you one feel, just to give you a rough idea, and try to work out some of your own, okay? If you're playing an A flat group, rough idea, and try of your own, okay? If you're playing an A flat group, right, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a nice feel, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, how it works with me, once I go 1, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2 and that's where it happens. That's when you're ready to do the fill. Alright? So sometimes it's very rare for me, if I'm in the studio and it's demanded by the producer, I have to do a fill in 4/4 time, I will do that for him. Right? There's another one that you can do that I've come up with. You play 8 notes here, check out. And if you're not sure, a good thing about YouTube is you can always, if you're tuned in on this lesson, you can always take it back to the start or take it where the spot where I'm doing that field so you can work it out. There's not much to work out, to be honest with you, because I'm playing. It's not very competitive, you know, it's just something effective, and it's Now another thing I like to mention is, guys, when you're hitting the one, make sure you don't worry about the end of the one end. You've got to make sure if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, right, that's how you know you're in time. Right, I've seen drummers go 1 and 2, if you know what I'm saying, and that's already out of the case, see what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you have to understand the internal clock, right? I don't have to put the click track on because I know internal, I am in time. If I put the click on and plug it all, I need to plug it all in. It's not like in the minute. I won't have enough time because the tape will run out. If I put the click on and set it up, it will meet up for what I'm doing here. It will be exactly right on the beat. So you just have to understand, guys, the most important instrument in the band is the drummer, right? You can sit all night doing this. Instrument in the band. Keeping the whole band steady, right? And then if there's accents there and there, you'll feel them. And when it gets to that situation, I believe you should rehearse these phrases at rehearsals. Try not to experiment on stage because it can fire back on you, right? I used to in my younger days. I mean, you know, we always have bad habits, but that's the only way, I guess, that you start to learn and understand the emphasis about the drum kit, how it works, and you've got to have a relationship with your drum kit. There's two things that you need to understand. You need to have a good relationship with your drum kit. You have to have a good understanding of what you're playing, right? And 3 is you've got to have a good relationship with your nerves. Right? And 3, panic if you're on live television. So if I'm on live television, I look at it as what I'm doing now, looking at you, looking at you guys on YouTube, and it's now a big issue. I just pretend there's no cameras there and just play, and when you know your music concept that you're playing, I can't see that you should be nervous. or you're playing in a band and you're probably a well-known band, so to speak, and you shouldn't be nervous. You might be nervous maybe, like it's normal to be nervous when there's a big crowd. That could be a little bit tense, but that always can calm you down later. But as far as you're playing and that, you should be okay. I've done my homework, I know my shit backwards, right? And you know all your parts, what you have to do. If you got all that down, you're up on the hill, strong as, and you know all your parts. Can't go wrong. That's why I bring up that issue, so you can understand how it works and how the internal brain, how it thinks. So I know it sounds hard, but to me it sort of comes naturally. You know, I don't think about it. If you don't think about it, it's not going to worry you. If there's cameras or whatever, you know, you just have to do what you need to do, I guess, you know, and express. The most important is the best benefit out of the playing you get is if you know how to read, you know your rudiments, and you can translate all your rudiments and make solos and make feels. That's what it's about. What it's about being yourself. It's good to borrow from other drummers and get licks from different guys, but at the end of the day, when you're they put you in the pit. So basically what I mean by a pit, once they put you in the studio when you're on call, they give you a front, they give you a chart, is this by a pit. Once they put repeat signs, the color sign, going home, going back to the beginning of the song, and so forth. Okay? But in this modern world that we're living in, you don't get that anymore. You don't get the side reading charts anymore. Back in the 80s, I remember, I used to get a lot of that. I've done a couple, about 5, up to about 10 shows, because Graham Morgan was the house drummer for the Don Lane show. The first gig I did on live television, I was so fucking nervous, man. It was really nervous. But Graham Isle was the conductor and that, and he said, "Be relaxed, you'll be fine. Just count the band in," and I just went 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. You know, and that's what it's about. You know, and once you've got the what age group who's logging into my YouTube side, I've got a lot of different video clips up there, and I do a little bit of demonstration of talking. I don't want to just go and don't say a word and say, "See you next time." I don't think it's the right way to go about it, personally myself. Okay, so I've shown that a beat, and it's Rosanna, but I'm showing it in the slow version, because it's a good groove. Alright, so it sounds pretty cool. So that Rosanna bend is So that Razana bit is from Jeff Porcaro, and if you listen to the song, that is the groove. And he borrowed that from John Bono, and he added the right. So he got an idea from it, and there's nothing wrong with that, because he changed the concept of the notation on the bass, boom, 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 boom. If you know what I'm saying? There was no need for him to go get a copyright, right? Because he'd get sued, as you all probably know. I recorded so many albums in the last 10 years of my life, right? And they're all copyright. I all got a copyright on them, you know. And I love studio work. I love got a copyright on them. Jazz. I love playing some Latin stuff. You know, there's one thing I don't like is heavy metal stuff. There's something that doesn't. I appreciate it, and I respect the drummers who go in full on. They're really unbelievable. They go full on. Double pedals going 100 miles an hour. I give them a lot of credit because you need a lot of energy to play that type of material. You know, the heavy stuff. I don't know how they could do it. You know, I even give credit to, and he is my friend, Phil Rudd. I even give a credit to him. He doesn't do much, but he does the job, you know, and he, you know. Look, man, all of my playing in that band. 40 million dollars a year playing in that band. It's a lot of good. It pays a lot of good money, and it's simple. I just have to chew my chewing gum and just play, you know, and just worry about their accents, which are pretty basic stuff. You know, if you get Gad playing in his band and you get AC/DC will pack Bob Labour, where the tennis players play. AC/DC will pack it out because they don't understand the craft of music. Not to say that the AC/DC is bad music. They market it really well for the way they want to do it. Bass players was still playing back in the 70s with the veteran, you know. And that's the way they went about it, because, you know why? They were smart musicians. With the veteran, you know. They knew how much they would pour in with the crowd. And that's how they get their millions of dollars from, okay? So this drum kit can make you or break you, so to speak. Alright? So what else? There's a lot of things. Yeah, another one I got, another one before I pack it in. This is a good one, a good groove. I like it, and as I said, you can use them and you can spin them up and not play them all night, okay? You go 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then there's 30 and a 40 and a 50 and a 40 and a 50 and a 40 and a 1. So, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Now, I'm going to translate this groove, and I'm going to play the 3 E and the 4 E. I'm going to play a paradiddle there, and I'll show you how it's done. I'm going to take those notes out. That one there. I'm going to take those now, put them on the side as a rest, right? And I'm going to play a groove, same groove what I did with the bass drum in the hands, and play a paradiddle because I've got 2 hi-hats. And 2. Okay, so that's what it's about. Try to open. Okay, so that's what it's about. Try to open